it's Amelie. Today we're going to do a just practicing, and we're going to work on Ballade by Perilhou. Yes, so I'm going to sight read that because I never played it before. Yes, so I have a pencil here because I might need it. If I make a mistake, I'll write it right away so I don't make it twice and I don't lose time on that. Okay, so in the beginning, we have two flats. We have a G minor arpeggio. Okay, let's do this. I'm sorry, was that written for violin?
Nope, for flute.
Okay, why are those V's there? I thought those were like violin articulation.
I think they're just like head attacks, like I guess
like big attack.
Big attacks, yeah.
Because at the beginning I listened to it, and the beginning is very no, but like not pompous, but you know, like pom 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 with octaves, you know, pom pom. So you start with a lot of yeah, it's a bit pompous. Like, I'm not saying it in a bad way, just and being sure, you know. Wait. I'm not keeping the same beat all the time. It's a bit faster than that. Is it that speed? So I'll think of it in two beats. Bum da da dum da da dum dum bum 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 da da dum da 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 dum. That just think C sharp, E, G, and B. It's just that. Start slowly and increase the tempo. You can start tonguing every note when you do it back and forth. The arpeggio. Okay. Okay. I'll do that again and I'll continue. I'll just play the beginning just to hear it.
Well, we could get copyrighted. You're gonna play it on piano, right? Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it starts like this. And then okay, it's written very small.
Yeah, because it's a weird.
And I'm not fully awake, so my
eyes
eyes don't focus very well. But I get the, so it's da yum ba da da yum. The piano plays on the second and fourth beat all the time. Oh, that's gonna help too.
Remember?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't breathe that much. No, it's fine. Okay, I'll continue. Here I would do taka, kata taka ta ta da, or kata kata kata. Maybe it's easier. Kata kata kata. How did you do it when you played it? Did you do triple tonguing or double in that sextuplet there? Da da kata 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 da. I feel it's grouped in two groups of 3 there.
Yeah, that's right. That's good.
So I'll use triple. Yeah. So I'll go kata ta kata 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 ta kata kata ta kata ta da. Okay. Kata ta kata. I don't think I would breathe in the same spots that they sing, that are written here. I'll breathe before the kata-ta-kata-ta, and I won't take the other one that's written in my edition, but it all depends on the edition you're playing. When you do the high G flat and you want to play piano, you can use the middle finger instead of the ring finger. It's easier. And also that part where you change the color to a pianissimo at 15, yeah, a lot of support. You see, some notes were not very well supported. I'll play it again. Whoops. Metronome because I'm not very focused this morning, and I think sometimes I don't okay. Da, 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 no. Da, 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 da. Okay. I think that's not a bad speed. So a half note equals 44. I think that's good for now. You know, maybe tomorrow I would practice it and change my mind, but okay. And here Allegro, it's way faster. Is there any question, comments?
Why do you start playing the flute?
Why I started playing the flute? Because I went to high school and I didn't know that there was a music program in my school. So then I realized there was one, and I tried to get in, and they said, "Do you want to play?" Everyone had chosen their instruments already, so they said to me, "Do you want to play the flute or the oboe?" And I didn't know the oboe, and I knew the flute, and I chose the flute. But I had seen flute, like I had seen a movie with a flutist in it, and I thought it was so beautiful, so I was very happy about the flute. But I already played the piano back then. Okay, so. But I think I had more ease with the flute. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's 88. Okay. It's good to write because you might not remember the next day and then you have to do it again. So. Whoop. Okay, that I won't be able to play at that speed right away. I'll do it once slowly. Okay, a little bit faster. When you practice it, you can also practice with different rhythms. Long, short, short, long, like this, let's say. You can do the opposite, short, long. You can group notes. You can do 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats. Wait. Yeah, of course, I didn't learn that fast when I was younger and I was still learning my scales and everything. But that's why, you learn more and more. It's going to get easier to learn pieces. But when I was younger, it could take me months to learn something like that. Okay. I'll do it again. Do it at the real tempo. I'll try. Okay, I think that's a bit too fast for me. I'm gonna lower it a little bit, maybe 76 for now, and I'll see how it goes later. Am I talking loud enough?
Yeah, you're all good.
Yeah? Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. I'll do it once slowly, and then I'll do it again. I think I'll slur everything by 2. No, I'll tongue everything. Sometimes I like doing that. I change things when I practice. I'll do it super slowly. I have to make sure I take a lot of air at the end because there's gonna be a long time where I can't take any. So I'll take a little reserve before that. Let's see, 76. I'll do it without a metronome, the whole section. I could play even a bit louder at the end. I wasn't sure because I wanted to have enough air, but that's interesting. Okay, so anyways, that's enough for today. Like, I could practice it another day and get it even more certain for my my fingers, you know. Yeah, and I was explaining before, when I was younger, it would take me weeks to learn a piece like that, you know. I would go by little by little and not learn the whole thing in one day like that. And yeah, those scales, I had to work on them, take the metronome and increase it very slowly and practice with different rhythms and different articulations, and, you know, like you practice any technical exercise in a way. Okay, next we have lent, which means slow. Oh yeah, there's no more flats here. Just I'll write it down. Okay, so it's always da 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 da, and the A is not really important. What we want to hear is and what is it? I guess the piano's doing the melody. Where did I put the piano part? Oh, here. So now. Bum bum dum ba-da-dum dum ba-da-dum bum 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 da-da-dum da-da-dum dum. Okay. Bum ba-da-dum. So it's the same speed as the beginning. Bum 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 ba-da-dum 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 ba-da-dum. try like that. Okay, again. After a while, it's like when you say a word, very, like you repeat the same word. Okay, I'll do it once a bit slower. No, G sharp, sorry. No. Okay, I'll do it a bit slower again. Okay, you can also practice it by subdividing every 8th note in the beginning if it's easier for you. I'll try the real tempo now. Okay, I'll try without a metronome. Yeah, so you could practice it very slowly. And at 59, be careful with the rhythm, because you start on the second 16th note. So it's very important to understand the rhythm and where a note is, if it's a downbeat and upbeat, because that changes the energy you're going to put on that note, the type of energy you're going to put on it, and it's going to affect the whole line that you're going to play after. Is there any question?
No, everyone was just happy and sounded good. People love that piece.
Again. Okay, that's good. Now allegro again. I'll try it with the metronome. That's tough a bit to not make a bloop in
Really
between.
little flourishes.
No, it's just my pinky doesn't move up fast enough. You hear it?
No, there.
I just have to move my pinky a bit faster. No, it's an F.
complex really?
The chord progression?
Yeah.
I think it's probably marche, harmonic steps, you know?
Yeah,
Boom,
harmonic
cling,
steps,
cling,
yeah.
cling, cling, cling.
Yeah. Harmonic progression.
Yeah, you know, like when you do
Thirds and stuff.
let's say you go.
Yeah, just put up there.
You go something like that, you know? You're going by step. You go, I'm going a fourth higher, and then I go down a third and a fourth higher again. You know, it's like in mathematics when you have a sequence.
You want to say that again?
Okay. I said it's like a sequence in mathematics, but in French we call it marche harmonique. How do you call it in harmonic step progression?
Yeah, harmonic step, yeah, or something like that.
Yeah. And it's like a logical sequence. Yeah.
Hopefully that helps, yeah.
But I didn't analyze it, you know? Like I would have to check what the chords are and then tell you what the progression is exactly.
Yeah, we answered it. It's good for the person.
Yeah. I didn't analyze harmonically the piece. I'm just playing the melody right now. Which is, it's a good thing to analyze and understand what's going on under.
It's like the big thing right now.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Okay.
Yes, are we from Quebec? Yes, we are.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that like this. And then I go back. Okay. Okay, I'll do it once slowly. I'll breathe at 72. Okay, I'll do it with the metronome and I'll see where I need to breathe. Because sometimes if you choose your breathing marks at a very slow tempo, then when you're going to play it at the real tempo, it's not really going to be that, so you'll have to adjust, you know? So when I choose where I'm going to breathe, I try to play it at the real tempo as much as possible. Okay, I'm gonna breathe after the E and before the D at 76. I'm gonna try this. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. And you see, when I do that, I don't start, I try to start a bit before, because if I'm not a little bit out of breath when I get there, it's not going to be realistic to see if that really works. Okay. Now we have D major arpeggios at 80. Now that's F sharp major scale. Okay. Do you tongue again on that, or you just keep trilling, huh? I don't tongue on the, yeah. What's going on there? Yeah, there's no point in retonguing that note. I just continue. Okay. Okay. I'll do that again with the metronome. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, so D major arpeggios and then a F sharp major scale, and that's it for that part. And then lento again. La. I'll put it per. Yeah, and those two G's, it's for the intonation. Is there a G at the piano there? But our piano is a bit out of tune right now, but no, because just saying, sometimes you can use the piano as a reference point, but you should always, because even you have to sound in tune with it. So even if it's not perfect, you should, 100. Okay. Yeah, there's E minor arpeggios under. So. I'll do that part again. I'll do from 90. No, just one bar before la. I think that's not bad for now. Yeah. it's very expressive, and when you have like at 95, then you know those notes. It's the first one has to be a bit more sit. Like you sit on it. You know, da dum, bum bottom, a bit louder than the second one. I would say appuyer, like with weight on it. Yeah. Okay, then 76. Oh my God, why did I do that? C natural. You see, I'm not gonna say, oh, I know it's C natural. I'm not gonna write it down. I know it's not C natural, but I'm gonna write it down because when we do a mistake the first time, our fingers tend to go back to that. So it's just a signal that will be like, oh, don't do it again, and then it will take way less time for me to learn that piece than if I didn't write it down. Okay, I'll do that slowly once because there's little. Okay. One's like this. Yeah, and here I had a doubt, so I'm gonna write it down. Okay, a little bit faster. Do that after. Okay. This. Okay. Not perfect, but I can do much more than that for one day. Then I'm gonna look at 122. gonna try that whole section without a metronome, and if I had a little bit more time right now, I would like to do that whole double 16th note passage, all tongued very slowly once, but I'm gonna just play it once for fun. But let's say tomorrow I would practice it like that. Yeah. So I do the allegro at 103. Whoops, I'll do it again. And don't forget that you have steps, you know, you have a crescendo there, piano, mezzo forte. Ah, sorry. Okay, so that's what I can do for one day. Now lento 131. That's a cool piece.
Yeah, I know.
Should have learned it way before that. Yeah.
Somebody said something about braces. Somebody says they're getting braces soon, and I'm afraid it might affect my playing, and I'm not sure what to do. We've talked about that on podcasts and stuff. I would say don't let it discourage you too much.
It will change your sound. It will change your, for sure, and it hurts. Well, when I had but I'm not very strong with pain.
No.
Yeah,
Very
it depends
low
it depends what type of pain, but the skin type of pain, I'm not very yeah, so it's when you push on it and the metal gets it. Maybe they're different now because I've had them a while ago. It would hurt my skin inside my mouth, and also it changes the angle, so you have to readjust, but you can still get an okay sound. It might not be as good, but one day they'll remove them, and then you'll be super happy to get it back, and you can still progress, you know. You can still do your scales and all your things and learn repertoire and studies, and maybe your sound won't be exactly the way you want it to be, but it's gonna come back. And yeah, I wouldn't get too discouraged about it. When it happens, we think it's the end of the world, and I remember crying over that, and now when I look back, I'm like, it didn't change much in my life in the end. Yeah, so I know it's not helping when people say, oh, it's not such a big deal, when it's a big deal for you, but just try to see that as you're in a process, and so this is just part of it, but you can still, there's a lot of different aspects of flute playing or music playing, and you can still improve in a lot of other aspects, and you can still have a good sound. I remember my sound, I got it back even with my, it's an adjustment because it changes the angle, you know. Okay, I'm gonna look at this. So it's a D flat major scale. G. Yeah. Okay. You have D flat major scale. And you go down, and you have those D flat major scales 3 times in a row. But then at 134, it's B flat minor. Yep. Melodic minor. And then you go down major. Yep. And the other things are just, oh yeah, and at 133 the second scale is D major. Yeah. Okay. I'll try it with the metronome. What was the tempo again? 44. Let's try at 60. Oh, I'll do it way slower than that. Okay. 80 per 8 notes. Yeah, the E flat is still there. Okay, that, and then okay. Wait. Bum bay da dum bum day da dum bum day da day bum day da dum. No, dum day da dum bum. Okay, I understand. I'll try it without a metronome for now. Piano doing at the end. Okay. Like triplets. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, triplets. That's interesting. Because I guess if you want to be together, you would have to take those 17 notes and... Let's see. Yeah, so I took two places where in my mind I tried to use those as fulcrum points in the line. So I took the wait. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, the C and the B, I think. What I'm trying to do is I hear there's a note missing sometimes. I'm trying to figure out which one, and then I focus on that note.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that. So, yeah, that's it. Now I would let it rest and go back to it if I was going to learn it for a concert or anything like that. Yeah, go back to it. Look at the piano part a lot. Write little things in my part. Practice it, like even finding a version that I like, maybe playing it with the piano so I know what's going on in the background. Yeah, or sometimes finding the accompaniment and practicing it with it. All those things.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there any question, comment?
I don't see any right now. But everything you said was good. So, maybe you want to close it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, I hope this was helpful. If you are interested in taking lessons with me online, you can email us at info@theflutechannel.com. And yeah, it works very well. And sometimes just a few lessons can go a long way. And sometimes we don't see little things that an external person can help you with and help you realize things, and then you can bring your playing to another level. If you're looking for a flute, you can look at the Flute Center of New York. You check flutesforsale.com, the number 4, and we have a code TFC. If you use that code, you get longer warranty. You can try more flutes, and is that it? There's another thing, I think. Yeah, and it also helps us. And if you want to help us in another way, you can go and check our Patreon. That gives you access to our live podcast, and you can ask questions for the podcast. And also, you have different tiers of different things that might be interesting for you. Mm-hmm. So, did I forget anything? Maybe the Flute Convention.
Yeah, flutecon.com if people want to sign
up. Flutecon.com if you're interested. Just sign up and we'll send you all the info once it's ready. Yeah.
It's an online flute convention.
It's an online flute convention. It's a bit like a flute festival online.
Yeah.
You know, people play and master classes and or group classes and
some things will be live, and then some things we'll also have videos that are only available for people there, like a little lecture.
Yeah, lectures and live things and
It's a really cool one-day event.
For now, we think of a one-day event, but it's a work in progress. We're working on it. We're still creating that, and I hope that's going to be very fun. Oh yeah, and you can check our store. I think it's in the description.
Yeah, you can also just you can see the items, like there's shirts and stuff underneath the video right away.
Yeah, so there's you can get, like, we have shirts and we have a super nice poster with the fingerings, the scales, arpeggios, trill fingerings, everything. Yeah, and shirts and mugs and all types of things.
And you'll be back next week with another Just Practicing.
Yeah, so have fun practicing, and I hope this was helpful, and see you next time.